People say every marriage begins with love. Mine began with a nightmare. My name is Maya, and if someone had told me a week before my wedding that my husband was hiding a terrifying secret, I would have laughed in their face. Ethan was everything a woman could dream of: handsome, gentle, hard-working, and respected by everyone in our town. He never raised his voice. He treated me like a queen. Even my parents adored him. Our wedding was beautiful. The church was filled with smiling faces. Music echoed through the hall, and everyone said we looked like the perfect couple. That night, after the celebrations, we returned to our new home. We talked, laughed, and eventually fell asleep, exhausted from the long day. Everything felt perfect. Until I woke up. The digital clock beside the bed glowed bright red. 1 a.m. At first, I thought a strange noise had awakened me. Scratch, scratch, scratch. It sounded as though someone was clawing the wooden floor. I slowly turned toward Ethan's side of the bed. It was empty. My heart skipped a beat. "Ethan," I whispered. No answer. The scratching continued from somewhere inside the house. Then a low growl echoed through the darkness. Grrr. Every hair on my body stood up. I climbed out of bed as quietly as possible and followed the sound into the hallway. The moonlight spilled through the windows, casting long shadows across the floor. The growling became louder. I reached the living room. Then I froze. Standing beside the window was my husband. But it wasn't completely my husband anymore. From the top of his head to his waist, he looked exactly like Ethan. His face, his arms, his chest, everything human. But below his waist, his legs had transformed into those of a massive black dog. They were covered in thick fur, ending in powerful paws with long claws that scraped against the floor. His tail swung slowly behind him. I couldn't breathe. "Ethan," I cried. He turned. His eyes no longer looked warm and loving. They glowed with an eerie golden light. Relief rushed through me for a split second. Maybe he would explain. Maybe this was some strange illness. Instead, he opened his mouth. Not a single human word came out. "Bark!" The sound exploded through the room. I stumbled backward in terror. "Ethan, please talk to me." He took one slow step toward me, then another. I could see tears forming in his human eyes, as if he desperately wanted to speak. His lips moved, but instead of words, "Woof!" Another bark, then another. His face twisted with frustration. It was as though something inside him was trapping his voice. He slammed his fists against the wall. The pictures crashed to the floor. He looked at me with pleading eyes. For one heartbreaking moment, I realized the truth. My husband wasn't trying to scare me. He was trying to warn me. Suddenly, a loud knock echoed from the front door. Bang, bang, bang. At 1 o'clock in the morning, a cold voice called from outside. "Maya, don't let him see the moon." I stared at the door, then back at my husband. His eyes widened with fear. He barked wildly, trying to stop me. The knocking became louder. Bang, bang, bang. Who was outside? How did they know my name? And what terrible secret had I married into? I had no idea that opening that door would change my life forever.